So I grew from about 5'10" all the way to about 6'2" from the ages of 18 to 20. And it's by doing some very specific things that I'm going to teach you guys in this video. And this video is going to be specifically tailored towards black men. By the way, I've been getting tons of people reaching out, tons of hate, people saying, oh, your videos are reverse racism. Oh, why is it only for black men? And at the end of the day, bro, it's just a niche, right? There's guides out there for tall people. There's guides out there for women. There's guides out there for all sorts of like categories and niches of people. I just wanted to make a community around black men because it's what I can speak about, right? There's certain things when it comes to our hair, when it comes to skin, that's very different from other people, from other races. I just want to speak about this stuff directly, and specifically, if you're white, Hispanic, like Arab, it doesn't matter. You can watch these videos and still get value from it. And if you still have a problem with that, bro, just like thanks for boosting my algorithm on these videos. So, and for the people that don't know who I am, my name is Leon. About 5 years ago, I used to look like this. You guys can see pictures of me. And then fast forward 5 years later, I now look like this. Way better physique, way more confidence, and now I end up getting messages and responses like this, and it's all because I decided to basically glow up and self-improve myself as a black man, and I just want to basically help people out do the exact same thing. So this channel is just for young black men who are dedicated and basically want to put in more effort and want to basically, glow up and be a better version of themselves. So when it comes to height, you guys, there's so many myths, so much bullshit out there when it comes to height. People saying, oh yeah, at the age of 18 you'll stop growing, and then you'll hear someone say, actually, at the age of 30, like you can still keep. There's just a bunch of weird bullshit advice out there. But when it comes to the actual science and the actual truth, and like from what I've seen, your growth plates will stop at the age of about 25. Right? And in this video, I'm basically going to give you guys step-by-step tips you guys can do to keep growing, right? So if you're under the age of 25, you can still grow. Like, I'm going to give you guys tips, and that's like good news, right? If you're watching this video and you're under 25, there's still so much you guys can do. And even if you're, say, under the age of 18 and you're still in puberty, I'm also going to give you guys some tips to basically maximize your height as a black man to basically grow taller. So a lot of people will say like, oh, bro, like that's bullshit. You can't grow, taller after 18. I've seen it happen. Bro, there's so many accounts. I'm going to give you accounts right now of black men that have grown after the age of 18, 19, right? I don't know their specific like heights and their ages that they were that height, but I kind of know roughly. But for example, you have Dennis Rodman, right? That's a pretty like well-known case. Dennis Rodman, I believe it was about 18 or 19, and he was about 5'10". And he shot up in the next, it took him like 1 to 2 years. He was like 18, 19, and then in high school. And then in college, he was about 6'7". I think he grew to 6'7", like after puberty, which is fucking crazy. Like from 5'10" to 6'7", like that's crazy. Michael Jordan, same thing. He was about 5'11". I think he grew to 6'6". He was in high school, and then in college, he grew to 6'6". So this was after puberty. And then I think Anthony Davis as well. I don't know what he was, but he's like 6'10" or something now. So he was like way short. I think he was like 6'2", 6'3" or something. But he grew all the way to 6'10" after high school, which just shows like there's so many accounts of this happening, but people growing taller after puberty, and it's because they implement certain things. And I'm going to teach basically speak about the things that they implemented in this video, and how they built, and how they were basically able to like completely exceed their their maximum height. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is going to be diet. I know that this shit sounds so elementary, like, oh, it makes sense, just eat good food. No. So many people do so much wrong, like so many bad things when it comes to diet, and they're just not growing. Like, one of the reasons why you're not growing, bro, is probably because you're eating a shitty diet and you don't even know it. You might think that what you're eating is okay because you're hitting your calories, you're hitting your macros, but at the end of the day, like, it's just empty calories if you're eating things like cookies, like McDonald's, fucking drinking Coca-Cola, like all this. You have to cut all that bullshit out because it's empty calories. There's no nutrients, there's no vitamins. Your body is not gonna fucking grow. So what you need to do is you need to stick to what I basically do. That's just like the whole foods clean diet, right? So it's so simple what you eat. I'm talking you need to be eating more more meats, unprocessed meats, so just like basically raw clean meats, and you guys can cook that stuff. I'm talking about chicken breast, I'm talking about beef, I'm talking about even if you want to do some pork as well. I'm kind of like not too keen on pork. Fish, tons of vitamins in those meats as well. And you guys can also do stuff like, people might find it weird, but you guys can be eating stuff like beef liver. There's tons of vitamins and that kind of stuff, and those are the kind of foods that will basically help you, give you the nutrients that you guys need to grow, right? When it comes to carbohydrates as well, I usually stay like pretty far away from carbs, especially processed carbs, but I'll be eating things like carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes. When it comes to vegetables and stuff, there's tons and tons of vitamins in those sort of things that you guys need to be eating to be hitting your macros. And I know that this shit sounds so elementary, and it's like, bro, like we've heard this shit before. Like you're just sounding like my mom, like bro, like you're not doing it, okay? Like there's a 99% chance you're not eating those foods on a regular basis. Like I get it, it's hard, like it's boring food, like it doesn't taste as good as fucking as like a Big Mac, bro. But like this is the shit that you need to do. Sacrifice like the nice like food, the dopamine for now up to you're like 25, and then you would like, bro, imagine you're 25 years old, right? And you know for a fucking fact you ate like shit from the age of like 12 to 25, and you know for a fact that you could have maybe been 1, maybe even 2 inches taller, but you can't go back. Like you literally cannot go back in time. Like you would have taken that like fucking boring meal or like the fish or whatever, like any day, bro, just because it has the vitamins, it has the nutrients you guys need to grow. So when it comes to diet and stuff, absolutely focus on clean, pure, whole foods, just like I do. And it's also going to help you with your physique, right? You guys can check out my physique. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really fucking shredded. Like, and the reason why is because I eat clean, I eat whole foods. I don't do anything crazy. Like when it comes to cardio, when it comes to a lot of other training, like I just eat. I focus on the basics. Food and diet is gonna be the number one thing. All right, the second thing we're gonna be talking about is gonna be stretching and basically posture alignment. Like shit you can do like today and like literally get a benefit almost today, right? So many guys, they walk around like, let's say for example you're like 5'8". You're 5'8", and you're walking around and you think, bro, like I wish I could be tall. You could literally be like a 1 to 2 inches taller, like right now today, and you wouldn't even like know that would be possible. And the way you can do that is basically via correct posture alignment and via stretching, like on a consistent, regular basis. You guys can check it out. There's tons of studies that have actually shown that like stretching, dead hangs, that sort of stuff will actually help like correct your posture, and you can get like 1 to 5 centimeters, like 1, maybe even 2 inches of extra height, literally just by like aligning your spine. Because here's the thing, like when it comes to your posture, bro, 99% of people have shit posture. Like today we're all like on our fucking phones, we're like this, our necks are like bent over, like bro, literally I swear to God, we're developing backwards, like fucking C-shaped necks, and it's crazy. But basically what I'm trying to say is your posture is probably really, really horrible, right? If you're in class, you're at work, whatever, it's probably really horrible. And a lot of people say, I have good posture, they just sit up. Good postures and just sitting up straight, man, it's like subconscious 24/7. You don't even know when you stand. And a lot of people have really bad posture, and the best way to do it is via stretching. There's a ton of stretches you guys can do. I can maybe put some on the screen. Yes, I know it looks kind of gay. Yeah, I know it looks kind of sus. Bro, trust me, like just do them at home. Like it's not that deep, and that stuff will help align your spine, especially if you're like mild scoliosis. Like your spine kind of goes in, like almost C-shaped in your body, or S-shaped in your body. What you can basically do is you can align that. You can actually get even more height. You stand up straighter, and let's say you were 5'8". Over time, you stretch. Your spine literally becomes more straight, more aligned. Now you have 1, maybe even 2 inches extra. Now you're 5'10", like just overnight by doing that. So stretching is going to help you guys out so much, and it's something that not a lot of people will actually speak about. So this next thing I'm going to speak about is actually so overlooked. No one really talks about it enough, and it's so basic. Like it's the most basic advice. It's probably the shit your mum has been telling you for like years, and it's sleep. And I know, bro, that like you clicked on this video, you wanted some magic pill, but like, bro, listen to what I'm going to say when it comes to sleep, because no one really talks about this. So when it comes to your sleep, there's a lot of things people are doing wrong when it comes to sleep, right? Sleep is basically, we all know it, like so simple. When you sleep, you grow, right? Easy as fuck. Everyone knows this, but most people are sleeping wrong. I go as far as saying 99.9% of people are sleeping wrong, and you're not even maximizing your height gains. And even if you think you are getting 7 to 8 hours, chances are you're not. And there's a ton of other like sleep hacks I can teach you right now to basically grow taller, right? So when it comes to your sleep, one of the number one things you guys can do to actually grow taller is sleeping without an alarm, basically waking up naturally. Waking up naturally is going to help you guys out so much, right? Let's just think of the science, like why you need to wake up naturally, not with an alarm. Bro, your body basically tells you what it wants, and it tells you what it needs, right? So let's say your body will always try to like reach a certain, like it's always going to try to reach its maximum height, right? If you give it everything, it's gonna do everything it can to reach that maximum height. But if you're eating McDonald's, it's going to do what it can, but it can't really do a lot on McDonald's, so it's still going to try and get to its maximum height, but you're still fucking it up, right? So it's not gonna. Let's say if you did everything perfect, you were gonna be 6 foot, but since you're feeding your body crap, you were only like 5'8", right? Same with sleep, right? your body is telling you, and it's giving you the signals. It's telling you, bro, like we can get to 6 foot. We can get to 6 foot. But you just got to listen to me, right? Just trust me, listen to me. We can get to 6 foot. And so when you wake up naturally, you're just literally just listening to your body. Your body is telling you, bro, rest. I need another half an hour. I need another hour to make more fucking bone in your spine and in your legs so you can grow taller. So if you put in an alarm, you're literally shutting that off. Like, you're stopping the process of me making you taller. So just listen to me. So basically what I'm trying to say, bro, is no alarm, right? No alarm when you wake up. It's going to help you guys out so much. And I know so many people are going to be like, oh, bro, like, you don't understand. Like, I have work, I have school. Like, I need to wake up. I get that. So here's what you guys can do. Go to bed earlier. Go to bed earlier. It's going to help you guys out so much. If you go to bed maybe an hour earlier than what you usually do, then you can always make sure that you can wake up naturally without the alarm, and you can still set the alarm anyways in case something happens. But you basically are always giving yourself maybe an hour extra, right? So maybe you're giving yourself 9 hours sleeping time in case you happen to sleep in, so that you can fully be fully rested. Because, bro, like, our body like doesn't sleep 8 hours perfectly every single day. We sort of like artificially create that, right? We go to bed at a certain time and then we wake up with an alarm, like, so that we can like go to work, go to school, whatever. But like, bro, like, our body needs more rest. Like, sometimes your body will fucking sleep for 10 hours. Sometimes it only needs like 6 hours. But your body kind of like just decides what it needs, right? But if you're stopping it, you're like cutting it short. Like, so don't sleep with an alarm. So when it comes to sleep, everyone knows like, oh, 7 to 8 hours. 7 to 8 hours is perfect. That's like, I'm not going to debate that, right? That's just the facts. But here's the thing. The thing that's even more important than sleeping 7 to 8 hours is the consistency of the 7 to 8 hours, like the consistency of your bedtime, basically, right? Because if all of a sudden, like, one day you're going to bed at like 10 o'clock, then the next day 10:45, then 11:15, and then you're going to bed at 9, and then you're going to bed at midnight, bro, that's fucking up your like everything, bro. So what I'm basically trying to say is go to bed at one specific time every single night. So let's say 10, right? 10 o'clock every single day. Within like 5 minutes, bro, your head is on the pillow. And what that's basically going to do is it's basically going to get your body used to certain rhythms. It's going to basically sync everything together. And when you're able to basically have a good, consistent bedtime, bro, everything is going to be so much better for you. And I swear to God, you are going to grow taller, right? So that's one of the things you guys can do. So number one, when it comes to sleep, no alarm. Number two is going to be consistency. And then obviously like the basic stuff, bro, like no fucking screen time before bed. Because, you can actually test this as well. Like, if you go to bed with your phone, your body temperature will actually rise. Like, your brain is more active and your body temperature will rise, meaning you're fucking up your sleep. There's more stress hormones when you're basically sleeping. Like, it's not good for you, bro. So fuck your phone. Don't cope. Don't be like, nah, bro, I've actually got I've got like this filter on my phone and like, so it's good. No, fuck that shit. No phone before your bed, bro. Stop scrolling in bed. Chuck that shit away. You want to get taller. If you want to get to 6 foot, this is what you have to do, right? You can still do it. Like, if you're under the age of 25, you just need to listen to this stuff, because a lot of people are doing this shit wrong. So no phone. Listen to the stuff that I've basically told you guys. And the next thing I'm going to be talking about is going to be something a little bit more like personal and a little bit more heartfelt. So I've been getting like quite a few messages on my IG. Basically, you guys can check my IG out, put it in the corner. And I've been getting a lot of DMs from guys being like, yo, bro, like, I'm a young black man. Like, I fuck with your content. Like, you have really, really good videos. Like, but the only problem is, bro, like, I'm 5'5", or like I'm 5'8", and like, I genuinely do not think I can get a girlfriend, or I genuinely do not think girls are attracted to me. And it's like, bro, I can't relate. I'm like, this is gonna sound so shit. Like, I'm a pretty like tall guy. I cannot relate to being like extremely short. I'm just dealt the cards that I'm given, bro. You're dealt the cards you're given in life. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, genuinely, what else are you gonna do? And I know that this shit sounds so like, bro, I'm just trying to give my advice to you. So if you're short, if you're like under like 5'9", for example, and you have like this height insecurity and you feel like, oh, girls aren't gonna like you or whatever, bro, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Like, I'm gonna give you some actionable steps that I can tell you, because I have short friends. I've seen what's worked with them. I've had deep convos with them. They've told me things that have worked, haven't worked in their life, and there's a lot of things that they tell me, and I'm like, bro, what you just told me is complete, like, it's just complete bullshit. Like, your worldview isn't like how reality actually is. Like, you kind of like, you feed a lot of you're feeding your like demons, you're feeding your insecurities, you're like looking at shit, like, and you're basically like downloading all the bad shit in your mind. And then like the last 1 to 2 years especially, there's so much like cancerous content online, like fucking black pill, like looks maxing, like people like yo, bro, like if you're under 6 foot, like you might as well kill yourself. Like girls aren't, bro. Fuck you, man. Like if you're saying this stuff to guys, like taking away a man's hope is like one of the biggest fucking sins ever. Especially if you're a young guy, like telling like these 14, 15-year-old kids, like, bro, if you're like under 6 foot, you might kill yourself. Like, bro, people probably have, I swear to God, like, because some retard on the internet who never goes outside said that, oh, like, yeah, actually, women only want men over 6 foot, so you might as well die. Like, fuck you, bro, honestly. But for you guys who are like, guys who are shorter, what are you gonna do, bro? Like, genuinely, like, you are dealt the cards that you're given in life, right? You can only, like, there's nothing you can do about it. Watch this video, you can maximize your height. But if you are genuinely capped, right? If your dad is 5'6" and your mom's 5'2", you're probably not going to be anything above 6 foot. I'm just going to give you like the truth. You could be taller than your dad. Like most likely if you genuinely follow these things, but you're probably not going to get to 6 foot. So you were never dealt the 6 foot card in life. So what can you do? Like, you can do everything else, right? You can do everything fucking else. You can build a 10 out of 10 physique, okay? Now you're a black guy who's 5'5" with a 10 out of 10 physique. Okay, what else can you do? Okay, now you can get some money. Now you're a 5'5" guy with a 10 out of 10 physique who's got a fuck ton of money. Okay, what else can you do? Confidence. Fucking every game, bro. Now you're a 5'5" guy with insane confidence, unshakable, 10 out of 10 physique, hella money. Now you can get some clout. What I'm trying to say, bro, is like, there's a guy who's your height, who's black as well, because people like, especially, I want to talk about this shit because a lot of guys will be like, yeah, but I'm short and I'm black, and women only want like white guys. So like, I'm like, you know, I'm like double like fucked. You know, fuck it, bro. Look outside. There's a guy on the internet. There's a guy fucking outside who has the girl you like, who has the girl who's your type, who's 5'5", who's black. I promise you, bro. Like, a lot of times what people will do, and men in general, my ring light literally just died, so like that's why like the lighting went bad, but you guys can still hear my voice. So basically what I'm trying to say, bro, is like, stop looking at all the bullshit content online. Stop like looking at these videos where it's like you see these street interviews with girls who are like, yeah, like I only want men over 6 foot, because bro, that's not helping you. It's not helping you in any way, shape, or form. Some people will be like, oh, like bro, like you're just coping. Fuck you, man. What else are you gonna do? You might as well like live in a little bit of a bubble and be like, and kind of just basically say like, fuck all this stuff. And bro, I'm telling you, bro, like the more time you just spend outside, the more time you just get. Bro, I go outside. I'll just go outside sometimes, and I'll be like, how the fuck there will be some guy who's fat, overweight, ugly as hell, like probably broke, and like bro, he's not like 6 foot, and he's got the girl you want. I promise you. Like, the more you spend time outside, the more you just go out, the more you do shit, the more you improve yourself, the more you realize like, bro, like I actually think I can do this. Okay, yeah, I might be 5'5" as a black guy, but I genuinely think I've got this, you know? Basically what I'm trying to say, bro, is like, you can't do anything about, there's certain things you can't do anything about, bro. You can't do anything about your skin color, right? If you're a black man. You can't do anything about your height if you're short. You can't do anything about where you live, like your location. You can't do anything about fucking, bro, there's a million things you can't do anything about, right? But what I'm telling you is there's so much stuff you can do, like confidence when it comes to physique, when it comes to game. So with that being said, keep watching my videos. There's a ton of advice when it comes to physique, when it comes to game. I'm even going to make some crazy videos. I'm not even joking. Like, I'm going to make a video on how to get white girls for black men. So like, you guys can see the levels of shit that I'm at. So this is all from experience. This is all from like what I've seen. So there's going to be some cool videos on this channel. By the way, I also launched a course. You guys can check that out. If you guys don't need to, you guys can keep watching these videos. No pressure. But if you're a young black man who's ambitious and you want to self-improve, you want to know everything about physique, you guys want to know how to basically upgrade your confidence, you guys want to know how to, do your hair properly, how to do all this shit, it's in that guide. And then also for the first 20 guys that join, what I'll actually do is I'm going to do a full one-to-one like FaceTime call literally with you. Like, I will literally have my camera on, you'll have your camera on for like an hour, or if you don't want to have your camera on, that's also cool. I know not everyone wants to, but yeah, you'll literally hop on IG with me on like a call, and I'll literally look at everything. I'll look at your physique. If you want to send me pictures of your physique on the call, you want to send me how your dating life's going, you want to set like anything, bro, I'll literally order everything. Your hair, what hairstyle, your face shape, like what's the best hairstyle for your face shape, like should you do this, problems you've been having like with girls. I'll literally do everything for free for a 1 hour call for the first 20 people that end up joining this community. It's $49 a month. It's not crazy. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys in there. If you don't want to, there's no pressure. You guys can keep watching these videos. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.